So this week, YMAX Group C will be going X. So let's take a look at CONY, and then also we'll see where MSTY stands after the long weekend. Hello my friends, this is Legend. We will announce our distributions for Group C tomorrow, being Wednesday, May the 28th. And in that one, I have CONY and wanted to take a look at that. And then also just to take a look at MSTY to see where it stands because we've been away from it for a few days. Okay, so here we are on CONY. And as you can see here, I had drawn in the resistance line here from a previous touch point. As you can see back here around March, toward the end of March. Looks like we are right there on that resistance line now. As you can see, I'll zoom in. We are hitting that line now. Now we got the Bollinger Band that is going up out of it. So hopefully we can get a little movement up above this resistance line, and hopefully we can use it as more of a support line. But let's take a look at Coinbase to get a better understanding. So here we are on Coinbase, and as you can see, I had this support line right here drawn where we came down, touched it, and bounced off of it, and we'll see how that fares going forward, if we can hold that support line going forward. Looks like we're at about $266.40 for the close for the day. We've got some momentum. It is going down. We do have the MACD is turning down, getting ready to cross over that signal line, which is a bearish sign, but the RSI is staying pretty flat. So it could go either way for the RSI. We are on the upper side of that Bollinger Band for Coinbase. And let's just go ahead and check out MSTY while we're here. All right, so here we are on MSTY. And I've got the adjusted chart turned on here. As you can see, the Bollinger Band is tightening up. So we are tightening up to get closer to the price movements. You can see that the MACD is turned down. We do have some negative volume here, some selling pressure. We've got momentum is increasing on the downside. And of course, the RSI sitting at about 48. So that's around about midways. So we could see this one coming on down some. Now we do have this support line at this red line, and that red line being $20.38. And we'll see if it can stay above that. But to better understand MSTY, let's look at the underlying of Mr. MSTR. All right, so we're looking at MSTR right here. And as you can see, we did have a little bit of a resistance right here at this point where it did come back down off of that line. We did jump above it, and now we just kind of teetering back and forth on it. We are below it currently, and the Bollinger Band, as you can see, is tightening up on Mr. as well. We have the negative momentum. We've got the MACD pointing down, and the RSI is pretty flat. Now, as far as the movement with Mr. to Bitcoin, let's see how it's matching up. Looks like from Friday's close to today's close, we are up 0.73%. And let's just take a look at Bitcoin and see how much we moved from that Friday to today. All right, so here we are on Bitcoin. And for Friday being the 23rd, so we'll look at the 23rd right here. And I'm just going to throw in a quick little line here, and we'll see, did it at least move in the same direction? This is the 23rd, so I'm going to put it at that close right there. So that's the bottom of the close. And then let's draw a line to the point of where it's at currently. And as you can see, from the close here to today's, not necessarily close because Bitcoin doesn't close, but to the current time, we are up, right? So Friday's close, we were at around 108.2K, and now we're at 109.7. So let's just see if we can see what that percentage up is. And I'm going to use some round numbers here. So we're just going to say 109.707, and then we'll subtract off 108.260. Now these lines are not right there on those points, but they're close. And then we'll take that number and divide it by the 108,260, and that gives us about 1.3% move on Bitcoin. And what did we have as far as in the move on MSTR? We had 0.73. So it's not going to move one for one, but it did at least move in the right direction. MSTR did move 0.73 versus Bitcoin moving 1.3%. That's a pretty good correlation between the two as far as in the move. I like that. I mean, it did move up from Friday up to this close here, so it's a very small move, but it did move up. Now, of course, with the momentum increasing on the downside, with the MACD pointing down, we do have some negative volume. Now, the volume here was actually lower than yesterday's, but it is still red volume. But as you can see, it looks like that RSI is slightly turning up. So we might be seeing a little bit of a change, but the fact that we do have red candle, red volume, red momentum, and down on the MACD, that little small turn up on the RSI might just lose due to the other indicators pointing more toward a downward movement. But it all depends on how Bitcoin does. And right now, it's kind of just trading somewhat sideways. It is staying right there within that range. And we're staying somewhere between that, 107 and 110 range. Now, if we can bust above that 110, maybe MSTR will continue on up if they don't sell off some shares to buy more Bitcoin. But even if they do, in the end, it will do nothing but help us. It just might be a little bit of a short-term hit on the price, but long-term, if you are bullish on Bitcoin, then long-term, it's a good thing. So just as a reminder, Group C will be announcing their distributions tomorrow, Wednesday, May the 28th. And if you have any of those, you'll want to make sure you check that out. I'll try to do a video tomorrow as well to announce those distributions for those who do not have access to that distribution list. And plus, it just gives me a chance to talk to everybody and get excited about distributions. So I think I'm going to wrap it up right there. If you don't mind, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button. It'd be much appreciated. And as always, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence before you get into any stock plays. And until next time, legend out.